I write this post inspired by what the brilliant Steve Jobs is said to have stated, something on these lines. I think everybody in this country should learn how to program a computer. Should learn a computer language because it teaches you how to think. When I read it first, the phrase how to think really made me think. As I tried mentally to connect the thought and its relevance to a business performer, I could soon draw an analogy as to how the concept can be interpreted and applied to make a businessman, a manager in the middle or higher echelons of management think strategically, concurrently, drawing from the past, extrapolating the present into an uncertain future. I am talking about a continuing journey, a recourse which no manager should miss, which will lead to their transformative experience, which will mentally take him or her several notches up in terms of both immediate and prospective performance. I'm actually talking about your adeptness at putting together a business plan. On the spreadsheets that you have, replete with all components of the financial statements, which comprise the balance sheet, income statement, cash flows, etc., statement of working capital, detailed statement of projected revenue, assumptions which are validated, velocities of receivables, payables and inventory, funding of debt and equity with the relevant leverage and gearing ratios, capex, tax planning, key financial performance indicators showing the returns, and particularly the IRR, the break-even, profitability, activity and other performance parameters. There are many more which comprise the business plan, but these are the ones which I'm highlighting because I pay a lot of attention to these when I share them with the mentees. In the next slide, I have tried to explain that when I see my mentees who take pains to be actively involved in planning, designing, compiling and stitching together components of the business plan, associating with every stage of its preparation, thereby maturing exceptionally fast as business performers, I've seen that they exhibit a remarkable ability to comprehensively grasp the business dynamics. They have the ability to gauge as to which are the levers that matter the most when it comes to the business locomotive navigating the way ahead. They are also aware of the combination of specific levers which need to be engaged to extract the maximum benefit. All this because the process of planning, designing and stitching the business plan makes them really think about the past, present and beyond, thereby drawing critical and invaluable inferences, lessons I should say. Just by being earnestly involved in this exercise will provide you with a holistic perspective, drawing inferences which tend to be transformative in most of the cases. Trust you have enjoyed this narrative on thinking. How should a businessman and manager think? It's a perspective on that. This is a post, as I said earlier, inspired by the great Steve Jobs. Thank you for sparing the time and watching this capsule.